Good morning, movers. It's Wednesday again. A little bit chillier this morning. We're heading into that time of year in the fresh mornings. And welcome to everybody who's joining us this morning. Movement, motivation, and more. Change the way you age. And Heizer here, passionate about changing the way you age, the way I age, and pretty much the paradigm of aging. If you haven't been on my page before, last week we finished our Back to Basics series of 3 sessions in which we explored the chair, grounded, cross-training the Nooks and Crannies program. And then we went into our second week, which was the leverage method, the standing method and our standing flow. And then we put it all together last week with the Heizer maneuver, which was getting down on the floor on your back and up again with technique and intention and actually drilling that. So welcome everyone. If there's anyone here who did the flow and have any feedback from me, that would be great. But I would love to know from you guys how your week was, whether you got some movement in or you felt like you were sitting a lot. This was a very intense week, as October is our intense month of growth and, letting go of the things that we've been carrying for a while and we need to kind of just really let go of. So I hope everything's going well for you in that department. However, here we are. Movement, motivation, and more is about taking bites of the day. Perhaps during, one of your intense seated sessions and just taking a moment and getting into your body again. Good morning, Victoria. Great to have you this morning. I would love to have your feedback about your movement this week. So let us know how everything's going. So at the moment, we have reviewed our Back to Basics and the Heizer maneuver, which basically put it all together for you in a flow. And this morning, I'm just going to quickly review that flow. And we can have a Q&A afterwards if you like, if you've got anything that you would like to let me know. So, again, I'm on my knees right now. And, oh, by the way, it's a little chilly, so I have my little foot socks on. And, if you have, if you're not used to spreading your toes out, just a quick little tip. These little toe socks are a great idea to introduce yourself into, getting that feeling of really spreading your fingers and toes. Okay, so it's really a great way to connect your neurology, okay, because you'll feel as you step into the assumed position how your hands help your feet to spread your toes, right? So if you're doing it together and you feel that skin stretching between, this really should feel really good to people who are sitting and typing on their computers all day and using their mice. All right. So what I've done right now, and if you can see my back foot, and I know you can. So what I've done is I've placed my front foot, and I can see it because it's perpendicular, it's right in front of me, flat down on the floor. And now I'm going to lean forward slightly. Okay, now I've grabbed hold of my knee. And it's such a great grip, isn't it? Look at that. It's a kind of climber's dream right there. And I'm going to quickly flip my back toe. See that? And now I'm going to take both these hands and I'm going to start to push my butt backwards and transfer my weight to this back toe. Now, if I just lift and keep my knee off the ground, but I'm using these arms a lot, like a lot, at the same time as I'm stretching my back leg. So it's together, hands and leg. I see so many people. I see so many people who do not use. They put their hand on the leg, but don't use it. All right? So that would be a way to lower yourself down. And again, I am pushing my butt back to keep my knee from going too far over my toe. Instead, leverage. All right, so I just got up in a creative, different way. And you'll find that because the grounded and leverage method is like an app that goes into your existing muscle memory software and just creates a better movement method for your whole body. It's an intelligence. It's an intelligence that you already have. You just discover it, right? By putting it all together, by going into your muscle memory filing cabinet and looking for the proof of all the movement you've ever done in your whole entire life. That's what it's about. All right, so now that I'm getting hot, we are going to quickly do the flow. Remember where you put your glasses. And standing, let's take a couple of breaths together. So 3 breaths in all. Through the feet, out the head, out the feet. In the heart, out the heart when you open it. So there's up, down, and out. So it kind of makes like a kind of donut, right? And it's called the torus, T-O-R-U-S, torus. And you create a spinning frequency of energy around you that really is love. All right, guys. So a little wider than your hips. Go ahead and drag your pinky toes so that all the toes after that fan out. And then push your feet into those 3 inches of the melted chocolate, right? 3 inches of melted chocolate, they ooze through your toes. Close your eyes and feel the feeling. See the hooks are back. They've only been back just great. They live right in the tree outside my place here. Another thing to be grateful for. All right. Push the chocolate through your toes. Feel your whole entire footprint pushing through so that you feel the heaviness coming from the top of your head, right? Okay. So, go up your shin. And you can close your eyes for this, guys. So, go up your shin and feel your knee joints. And now, let me give you a close-up here of the knee joint, because I really want you to notice the lock and lock and what it does to the rest of my posture. This is so important. One of the things I go on and on about. So if I lock my knees out completely, did you see how my stomach stuck out? I dumped into my lower back. My shoulders went backwards. This is physics. This is leverage physics. You must put blocks on top of each other. And then my head's now reaching forward to balance myself out. And if you notice, so many people, you may even be a knee locker yourself. But knee locking really messes with the rest of your posture. And now people come and they tell me how their stomach sticks out and the back hurts. But if they unlock their knees, this is going to happen. And by the way, lock, unlock. Looks like that. Okay? Lock, unlock. And you'll notice when you unlock and you really sink down into your posture, unlock the knees, okay? Remember, hands, shoulders down. Boom, boom. Actually, manually pushing. Here's where you get a little wrist action, fingers. You can grab and pull, okay? And then we're reaching down for that notch. Remember, you made a mark on your leg. You're reaching down and up. Down and up at the same time. Notice how that pulls everything in and down here. And again, again, and again, again, again. Remember, when we're stressed or in a hurry or whatever, this happens. When this happens, this happens. Okay, it's so important. When you are not connected, when you're not pulling those shoulders down away, this wakes up. When we're up here and all stressed and everything, this is not awake. It's all the difference. You connected. All right, so we've reached down, reaching up with our crown, zipping up the zip, putting on that corset in our mind, clickety-click, bow, Velcro, whatever, feeling that on. That's the assumed position. Now we're ready to go bend. Here's your mark. Look, always make it. Because there it is. It's a breadcrumb. We're going up, looking at the head, at the fingertips. If you can, pull it out. You're looking for straight elbows. Back, down, knees. Remember again, you're catching a shelf. If you're over here, you're not catching your shelf. You're there. You're there. So again, you're leaning, always having a shelf. If it's fingertips, that's fine. If it's flat hands, that's fine. Back we go. Boom. This is cardio. Right? We'll do one more time. Breathing all the way. And boom. So, the flow to music, slow, fast, touching all the breadcrumbs, off sliding right by them. Don't have to move your feet. Need about as much space as a telephone booth, or just enough room to kind of like go like that. And any hotel room, corner of your room, anyway, you can do these. And let's have a look. Oops, Victoria. All right, well, that's okay. So remember, guys, it does not have to be 30 minutes, have a sweat, have to go to the gym, drive there, change your clothes. You can sit, you can do just that flow. Look at me, I'm out of breath. You can do that flow in 5 minutes, 6 times a day. So just so you guys know, atomic habits are so important, and the body loves to have a challenge. I promise you it does. There's no way that the body is challenged by doing exactly the same thing every single day. And, by the way, not being present while you're doing it. So what I'm talking about is leaning on the Stairmaster, watching TV while you're just doing that. Okay? The kind of presence of mind and the visualization and the connection to your muscle memory bank that grounded and leverage require really does make you present. And you don't need a lot of time doing the movements when you're present compared to when you're just saying, oh, I spent an hour and a half at the gym. Well, what did you do in that time? I did 350 sit-ups. Well, show me one of those sit-ups so that I can see how you did them, right? It's the quality that counts. And again, it doesn't have to be a bad experience. Movement is wonderful. The body needs movement. So as we age, so 60 is treating me wonderfully. I'm pushing the envelope. I love what I'm doing. And I really would love to be able to help you guys regain whatever you think you've lost, because it's right there in your muscle memory bank, and have a conversation with me about how we can do that together. The 90-day journey to change the way you age can start at any time. And you can work with me personally through a journey that I'm really excited about having put together. If you're interested, or you know anyone who would be, go ahead and give me a call on my phone, because I'm old school and I love speaking to people. Or if you're brave and you want to get on a video visit with me, I have the link in my comments. And I would love to help you to advance your flow, Victoria, because I know that you get it. So I look forward to having a conversation with you and finding out how we can get you to advance your flow. Because I know you want to do some interesting things. Good. Let's do the video visit soon. And you guys, please feel free to ask me any of the questions. Make sure that you drink water. Okay, sip water all day. So important right now to stay hydrated. And stretch your body. really just, even if you just walk through the doorway, grab the door, push your chest, your Super Ann badge, I call it my Super Ann badge, and just push it up, lift it, and open the shoulders, especially if you're doing a lot of sitting, which I know people are doing. And I'll end off with a really great stretch for the hip flexors. Now notice that the hip flexors, right, should they tighten up? Okay, notice what's happening to my posture when the hip flexors tighten up. Okay, so the hip flexors are tight. And can you see how it's pulling the back muscles long all the time? This is what will cause your back pain. You will definitely get back pain if your hip flexors are tight, and that comes from sitting. So what we want to do is the opposite of sit. Okay, the opposite of sit. So whether you can or cannot be on your knees on the floor is an issue. And you can do it on the couch with facing the back. I'll show you that in a moment. But if you can be on your knees on the floor, on cushions with your knees apart, you can also work into your toe levers, right? So you want to bend your toes or press them down. Okay, so you'll notice again, always and always, we're in the chocolate. If you have your whole entire shin right down to every toenail in the chocolate, and you feel this, okay, so you feel your feet, and then if you straighten out this lever, now I'm going on a tangent, people, I'm going on a tangent, okay, but if you straighten this lever out, see, this is your assumed position right here, okay, I've tucked my butt, I've reached down, and if I press into my shins, this is like one of those Roman chair squats or whatever, and I lean back, let me see how far I can go, as far as I can, and this is not for people with knee issues, by the way, and I come back. I have to use my proprioception when I put the brakes on, others I'll go face first, and this is a really great exercise. Ooh, probably only be able to do a couple of these. Very advanced. Please do not try if you're a beginner. However, yeah, if you are a beginner, this is how we can stretch. I'm back out of the rabbit hole. All right. So, if you need some, here's my block right here. Oops, sorry. Sorry, I made you fall. But here's the block that I'm using for those of you who need a block. Yeah, let me take it down. All right, so if my feet are down like that, I can put a block next to my foot. Okay? This is going to give you a rotation and a stretch. You can grab the block, but make sure that you have your perpendicularity, see? Here's another way to use your lever. Okay, so now I'm going to hold my head nicely, and I'm going to push into the chocolate with my entire shin. I'm going to use my hand to hold my big old skull that weighs 10 pounds, and I'm going to slowly push my hips forward and let my chin lift. Well, I breathe all the time, by the way. And look back, lifting. Now, as I've said before, you want to roll your eyes. Now I'm going to shift my weight back and slowly come back to there. Okay. When you want to roll your eyes the rest of the way, when your head is going back and the chin won't lift anymore. And by the way, feel the stretch on your skin, on your neck. Okay. And if you are not using a block and you would like to add a little weight to your toe lever stretch, which I highly advise, then this would be the way you do it. Let me turn around so the other side. All right, so my toes are spread, they're in the chocolate. I'm going to grab, and again, look at this beautiful hold. If you're a climber, you would love this hold. So your palm goes right over the heel. Very precise. Grab, this is where it all happens. grab this climbing hold, and then line up your perpendicularity again. See, there it is. It's there. It's there. This is only here that's happening. Look what's making this happen. All right, so we're going to go there. Then we're going to grab the head again. Grab it nice and comfortably. Spread your fingers. Grab your skull like it's like, you know, so nice. Grab it. And then you're going to push down and slowly rotate. Pushing those hips forward while you roll your hip. Grab on. See, if you've got such a good grip that if you go too far forward, you can pull yourself back. Breathing, feeling the skin on your neck stretch, breathing and rolling the eyes back, and then slowly returning to the perpendicularity while you drop down. Here's how we're going to get up. Place the hands right by the knees, breadcrumb again, wrist to knee. Lean forward. Slow if you like. Or with power. See what you guys have got to say while I look to wear through my glasses again. Never mind. We'll go to the glasses basket and select one of the many pairs. Hi, sis. How's it going? Let's have a video visit nevertheless. Looks like it's time we need to have a chat. Hazel, hi. Any questions, anyone? I only went on one rabbit hole there. Did you see that? Proud of myself. So, guys, let's have a video visit. I'm all down to meet some of you people who have taken the time, and thank you again so much for that, to elect to come over to my Movement, Motivation and More page and join it so that you guys can get some special offer that I'm going to put up there. So let me know if there's anything that you guys want to know more about this flow. See, on your floor, in your living room, bedroom, patio, whatever. No special clothing, no special equipment needed. However, if you do want special equipment, I know the best things and I know the people who invented them too. So, love to hear from you. Have a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday, you guys, and I'll see you next week. Happy Wednesday.